The lighting in your home could be affecting your mood, and not in a good way. Believe it or not, insufficient lighting has been found to contribute to depression and vitamin D deficiencies, while proper lighting is known to improve mood and energy levels. I'm going to show you a product that has revolutionized the modern day smart home and has personally been a great way to pick up my mood and improve my mental health overall. So right behind me is my original NanoLeaf panels that I purchased, I think about 5 years ago. Point is, it's been quite a while since I bought these panels and they have lasted me this long. So naturally, I wanted to update my office with some of the new NanoLeaf panels, and lo and behold, NanoLeaf reached out to me just in time to see if I wanted to take on their new NanoLeaf Elements for a test drive. And by the way, I have the links for all of the best prices on Amazon for the NanoLeaf kits. Not only do you get a great price on it, but using those links just helps me bring better content to you. So here it is, let's see what we have in the box. The company also sent us a couple of Matter and Thread compatible smart bulbs, which we'll definitely try out as well around the house, but the star of the show is this NanoLeaf kit. It comes with some setup cards, including this one that shows some default configurations that we could use when planning our next setup. Next, we have the panels themselves. I was sent a pack of 7 panels, which is just enough to decorate my home office. Now, compared to my old NanoLeaf panels, these are quite elegant. They have a wood finish and look really polished compared to the frosted panels that come with the regular NanoLeaf. And the other thing I noticed is that we have connectors all around the panels, and not the sliding connectors like the old NanoLeaf, but a snap-in connector which is much easier to manage when setting up. We also have a central connector for the panel itself so that it can rotate even after you stick it to the wall. It definitely seems like a better alternative to the older NanoLeaf panels, which are stationary once you mount them. Now a disclaimer, because I'm mounting them between 2 walls, I did need this extra corner connector which came separately. It was about $20 on Amazon for a pack of 3, so not too bad, but it is an extra cost that you will need to consider if you have any corners in your wall that you want to link these NanoLeaf panels to. Setting up the panels was actually super easy, and once you have a plan in place as to how you want them arranged, it will only take you 10 to 15 minutes. For me, I just decided to wing it, but again, NanoLeaf has some great recommendations on layouts if you want to go that route. I started from the corners of my wall and realized the best way to set this up is to just stick the panels on first without the connectors. It's much simpler to install than the older panels, and all you do is pull off the cover for the 3M sticker, apply to the wall, and firmly press and rotate your hand in a circular motion in the middle for about 30 seconds. Do this for all the panels. The mechanism used for fixing the NanoLeaf Elements to the wall is great because you can rotate it after the fact and easily pull off the panels and then snap them back on if needed. This is why I suggested not adding the connectors just yet, because after mounting all of your panels, you can take it off, add the connector, and snap it back on. The mounting hardware can also be removed from the wall using the 3M patented command strip method so it doesn't damage your paint. This was well thought out. After you've mounted the panels, most of the fun is within the app. The best part is that these are HomeKit compatible, so I can add this to my Apple Home and talk to other devices. NanoLeaf also expanded on this experience so that you can even control devices in your home, and I'll get to that in a second. After updating the firmware, I was able to control the temperature and color of my panels. I was kind of surprised that the colors were limited to orange and white, but when you're in a dim room, it looks gorgeous and elegant. I don't think any other color would have looked as good. I don't know why they have the option for other colors below, but we'll ignore that for now. You can choose a basic color, a preset scene, or a favorite that you've created. Jumping into the settings gives you a bit more flexibility in what you can enable. For example, touch controls can be modified from within this menu, and touch gestures can be set for swiping in any direction to activate a setting such as power, brightness adjustments, next or previous scenes, and so on. Now there's also the added functionality of touch actions, where you can set a specific action within your Apple Home to activate when a certain panel is touched. So for example, I can set one panel to open my garage door with one touch, turn on my office lights with a double tap, and then set a goodnight scene with a long press. The possibilities are actually endless with what you can do, but because it's so high above my office setup, I don't see myself using this feature that often. But it's there if you ever need it. Another notable feature is the option to enable Thread, which I recommend for anyone who wants to have this device on the protocol of the future and just have that extra reliability. It's also future-proof, so there you go. I enabled it because Thread is designed to make devices work faster, have fewer points of failure, use less power, and communicate with other devices more seamlessly. so why wouldn't you? Of course, just like the older NanoLeaf panels, we have the ability for the lights to work with sound, so you can play some music and have your own little light party if you want. Overall, I think that this NanoLeaf Elements adds a bit of flair and elegance to my desk setup, and I've been nothing but impressed with the ambient lighting it has provided in my office. Now, price-wise, a standard 7-panel kit like this is $199. If you're looking to just add some character to your setup, I'd highly recommend these. The longevity of my previous NanoLeaf panels speaks to the quality you're getting when purchasing this product, and the ability to set your own custom scenes and make it yours is an added bonus. So I hope you enjoyed my take on the NanoLeaf Elements. Again, if you're looking for this, the link is in the description. My name is J.I. Thank you for watching, and thank you for kicking it with me.